It's that time to bring the joy of the divine to life with music. Let's all stand, if you wish, and join in our opening song.
You gotta let it go.
Let it all go.
And this is what you have
to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release, I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. And no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I release, I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. I release, I let the Spirit run my life. Every morning I release, I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. I release, I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for what God.
That'll wake you up, won't it? Welcome, welcome to those online, all of you here. We are the light, the joy, the love of God, and we come together on Sunday mornings because we know there's a power for good in the universe, always, always, always present, that we are a part of it, that it is uniquely expressing through each one of us. And so today's about powering up and even more deeply recognizing that. So thank you for being here as we just open our hearts and minds to possibilities beyond our imagining. It's going to be a great service. And I'm so grateful to have our president of our board, Mark Ruth, here to give us some announcements. Lots of stuff is happening.
I'm all choked up. I am all choked up. Do what with the frog? I think I'll pass on that. Well, good morning and welcome here in our sanctuary and online. I'm Mark Ruth, the president of the board. We have a wonderful activities and for inspiration and connection coming up. Now, a real big thank you for all the wonderful people who joined the talent show last night. It was a lot of fun. Outstanding singers, musicians, drummers, and the comedy was just so-so. Thank you. Paresh appreciates that compliment. Now, the love donations really flowed last night, and those love donations are going to the Water Damage Restoration Fund. So thank you very much for that. Today, choir practice after service. Join our drumming circle, meets next Sunday, May 26th at 12:30 in Richelieu Hall. And that drumming circle was very powerful during that talent show. And May Ruth did a wonderful job putting that together. The men's group meets tomorrow, 7 p.m. in the foyer. The Board of Trustees is delighted to announce that we will have a special membership meeting on Sunday, June 2, after service to vote on a new senior minister. Reverend Gregory Toole is the candidate. A big thank you to the members of the selection committee for all the work they did in the process. They met every week for months. Would you please stand up so we can recognize you, the selection committee? Come on. Come on, I see a number of you. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Outstanding. We have two great book study groups. Tuesdays, we meet in the foyer at 10 a.m., and our group is reading a new book, The Grass is Greener, right here by David Alt. Our Zoom book group is reading Quantum Healing by Deepak Chopra. They meet at 9:45 in the morning on Wednesdays. All are welcome to join these groups at any time. Our Science of Mind class is on Sunday mornings from 10:15 to 10:45 a.m. Join us for a taste of Ernest Holmes. Browse our bookstore for books that nourish the soul and gifts that warm the heart. Every Wednesday, we have inspiring service here at 11 a.m. We are looking for volunteers to water our beautiful plants outside once a week. Check in at the front desk if you are interested. A big thank you to all our volunteers. They're wonderful. We couldn't do it without you. Our office will be closed on Monday, May 27th for Memorial Day. Now we have some music as we turn within in preparation for our invocation.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Be careful what you say. Seek higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Be careful what you say. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer.
So just taking a breath. I open my heart and mind right here, right now, to the amazing presence of the divine, this life that is my life, this life that is glorious, this life that is beyond all that is constantly creating. I know this life is the presence of deep, grounding love. And I open my heart and mind in a deeper sense to that love, that feeling of being connected, of bringing love in, through, and as myself in all that I do. I know that today in our service, it unfolds with love, with the joy of God. And so I take a moment to be grateful for our musicians, our speakers, all those who participate, knowing that we are feeling that deep sense of community today, that deep sense of inspiration, of being lifted up into the glory of who we are, the glory of God, and we shine brightly. And life is amazing. I release this word knowing it's already so. Our service is fabulous, and so it is. So it is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Today, Dr. Sharon's talk is The Power of Self-Discovery. In his booklet, What Religious Science Teaches, Ernest Holmes says, "The ultimate goal of life does not mean that we shall ever arrive in a spiritual destination where everything remains static and inactive. He says, we believe in an eternal upward spiral of existence." We've all heard it said, remain open at the top, meaning that there's no lid, there's no cap on our life's ascent. Life is a journey, not a destination. We never arrive, sit back, and rest on our laurels. My 6th grade teacher used to say, good, better, best. Never stop to rest till your good is your better and your better is your best. Science of Mind teaches us that healing is a revealing. It's an uncovering and a removing of anything that's obstructing the truth. And the truth is that at the moment of creation, each one of us was the perfect idea in the mind of God. So self-discovery is a lifelong process of us revealing and unfolding that perfection, that spark of divinity, those gifts, those talents, those infinite possibilities in place at the moment of our conception. Ernest Holmes was known to say and declare, "There's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it." There is a power for good available to me to tap into, to draw from, to harness, to use in creating the life that I desire, in growing and unfolding from good to better to being my best self. There is a power and intelligence that will inspire me, that will guide me, that will provide the answer. In the Bible, in Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, it says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." Throughout our life journey of growth, evolution, and unfolding our best self, it's inevitable that we're going to experience some challenges and we're going to encounter some obstacles. How will we handle these difficulties? How will we address these stumbling blocks? As a hopeless victim? Poor me. Or as the hero of our story, as the capable, skilled, talented, intelligent being that God created me to be. Michael Bernard Beckwith, New Thought minister, founder, and director of Agape, teaches in his life visioning process that in those times when we feel blocked, stymied, or frustrated, we must ask the right question. A person with a victim mindset asks disempowering questions. Why me? A person who knows that they are the hero of their life, who knows they are the victor, capable of taking dominion and tapping into and using this power for good to solve any problem, overcome any obstacle, to advance from good to better to being their best self, well, that person asks empowering questions, asks the right question to get the right answer. Instead of asking, why does this always happen to me? An empowering question is, what is mine to do? How can this help me advance in becoming my best self? Instead of asking, who's to blame? An empowering question is, who can help me solve this? Instead of asking, what did I do wrong? An empowering question is, what is the smartest way I can solve this? What gifts do I presently possess to bring this to a great, grand success? The universe will provide the answer to our question. Do we desire an answer aligned with the energetic vibration of a victim, of a hopeless victim? Or Do we desire an answer aligned with unlimited possibility, boundless potential, inexhaustible good, and infinite intelligence? The power of self-discovery lies in the manner in which we ask. In the manner in which we ask, seek, and knock. As a victim or as the hero of our life's journey. Please repeat after me. I live in a universe of infinite possibilities. I am blessed with an abundance of good. And so it is. Please help me welcome up Andrea Lane and her sidekick, Billy.
Thank you. Good morning. Yeah. Everybody, 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 join your hands. Everybody, 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 lift your voice. Let's claim peace in this world. No more war in this place. We can start at Redondo. We can start right here. Yeah. We're called for freedom. We're called for peace. Everybody, 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 shine your light. Everybody, 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 make that choice. Cosmic peace in our minds, right? Cosmic love in our hearts. We're multi-dimension. We're all starlights. We're called for freedom. We shine our lights. Oh, Shanti. Oh, Shanti. Oh, Shanti. Oh, Shanti. Shanti. Oh, Om Shanti means cosmic peace for everybody, everywhere, all beings, all peace. Are you with me? Yeah. In this world. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. I got you. Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh, Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh. Can you sing that with me? Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh, Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh. Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh, this side. Shanti. Oh, let me hear you on this side. Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh, this side. Sorry, middle and side. Here we go, y'all. Let me hear it. Let me hear you. Everybody. Shanti. All of us together, we're calling on peace. Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh, Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh, yeah. Shanti. Thank you. It's a brand new song. Thank you.
Wow, that was great. Shanti Om, eternal peace, cosmic peace. Thank you, Andrea. Well, so peace. Are you feeling peaceful today? Yes. Oh, good. I was stepping into joy, and now I'm in peace, and like, they're different, aren't they? So today's about self-discovery, and I have to say, Monica, Ruth, did an amazing job on that topic. I mean, really, I don't need to say another word. Thank you, it's true. But I'm going to anyway, because I can, right? So self-discovery is that gentle look at yourself. We get so busy in life that sometimes we don't just stop, get off the mill that we're on, doing our daily things, and stop and be with ourselves. Just really tune in and see what's present. Tune in with love. Tune in with an open heart of acceptance for who we are, right where we are. And when we do that, amazing things happen. We actually have a deeper sense of freedom. We become more empowered. We step into a greater sense of our own wholeness. And ultimately, we discover our spiritual magnificence. And there's some stuff in the way sometimes. I have a quote by Leo Biscaglia. Do you know how many of you know who he is? Yeah, he was touched when a young man committed suicide, and he decided that this was something that we needed to stop. And so he was looking into the feeling that would cause that, the feeling of disconnect. And of course, all of you who raised your hand, and maybe everybody else too, that what he became was Dr. Love, because love is the answer to that. And he says this, perhaps the greatest sign of maturity is to reach the point in life when we embrace ourselves, our strengths and weaknesses alike, and acknowledge that we are all that we have, and that we have the right, this is what I like the most, that we have the right to a happy and productive life and the power to change ourselves and our environment. And that's what we teach. We have that power. So coming from that place of self-discovery so that we can actually accept ourselves, right, is a big challenge. Now, what I've noticed is that there's stuff that happens. So if you check in with yourself, is there anything hanging out that slows you down, that creates a sense of less than in any way? It could be something like you're ticked off at someone. Could be something like you've been wounded, and your identity becomes your woundedness. All the things you've been through are the ways it was done unto you that have made you be who you are. It could be judgment of others. They did something wrong, and so you're angry, upset, right? Could be that you're just insecure, feeling like the world's out to get you. There's just what's in there. The question is, what do I really believe? What is it that's, where do I naturally go? Do I worry a lot? I know someone who worries all the time about things that may not even need to be worried about. What if? The what if say, and this is a person who listens to too much news, I'm just going to tell you, because that can be a problem. So when I mention these things like judgment, even judgment of self, even attitudes of my own limitation, I need to stop and take a breath, because I need to release that. And I'm going to talk about some different ways to release that. I was on a minister council, and Reverend Carol Huntley wrote 2 books on rituals. And I don't know what we were doing or what was going on, but I've always remembered this moment in time when she did this little, I will call it a mini ritual with us. If there's something bugging you, something you don't want to have be part of you, some idea, concept, judgment, fear, whatever, just bring it to mind and then just brush it off. Just brush it off. So I want you to do that with me. If you think of something you'd like to get rid of, it might just be you're ticked off at somebody. I don't know. Let's just get rid of that. It isn't part of me, so let's do it. Let's brush it off. Just, let that go. That's not who I am. So self-discovery is letting go of all that stuff that isn't my true being. It isn't my nature. It's about the outer world and what may have happened in my life. But my inner world is amazing. It's crystal clear. It's bigger than all of that. There was I guess they call him a psychologist, who did a lot of work on self-esteem. Remember when self-esteem was big? We go through these different phases where we're focused on different topics, but self-esteem was really big at one time. And he was in Australia to do a TV show and be interviewed about creating self-esteem. And the host of the TV show invited him out to play tennis. Well, he knew how to play tennis, but he was not a great tennis player. So after the game, they're on the TV show, and the host says, "So tell us, what is self-esteem?" And this answer always just stuck with me. He said, "It's knowing I'm not my tennis game." It's like, that is not who I am. What I do in the world, that is, and so I don't have to identify with the things, the mistakes that I've made, the things that have touched my life in any kind of way that makes me feel limited. What are the things that you would like to release? And there's a fabulous process that we used in our leadership summit, and I'm just going to, I use it a lot when I'm working with people, providing spiritual support with people. And it is to get in touch with the thing that you would like to release. Get in touch with the thing. Maybe it's, maybe you'd like to quit feeling judged, right? Maybe it's you'd like to quit judging yourself. So maybe we want to release judgment. Maybe we want to release a fear of lack, a belief that there's not enough in my life, whatever it is. Now, what I like to do is notice what my coping mechanism is. So when I'm feeling someone's criticizing me, attacking me, which never happens because I'm so great, right, y'all? Right, never happens. So, but it has actually happened at times, that's life. So what I notice is there's a tendency to do different things. Some of us may try to appease, right? Just, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. And even if they're wrong, what if they're wrong? What if what they're telling me is wrong? How do you handle that? And sometimes we want to, we want to just sort of confront and attack, And sometimes, and this is the most popular one, what do you think it is? Well, avoid. We want to flee. We want to get out of it. We want to go away. We don't want to be here anymore. Have you ever been in a situation like that? You don't have to raise your hand, just think about it. So what is your normal way of dealing with difficult situations? The process is actually you use your body to release these ideas, because you don't need to believe that, and you do not need to have that be your coping mechanism. So we would say something like, I release the belief that you're XYZ, what's yours? I'm going to say, I release the belief that I'm not good enough or worthy. And I release the need to withhold, flee, not be myself. Does that make any sense? Yeah, so think about in your own life, what is it? What's the stuckness? I release my belief in debt. I release my need to feel like stuck, feel stuck. So when we quit doing those coping mechanisms, the more we do our coping mechanisms, the more we sort of empower the belief, that false belief. So if we stop doing those coping mechanisms, if we stand stronger and more powerfully in some greater truth of who we are, that, we are whole just the way we are, no one can judge me, and I can quit judging myself, for heaven's sakes, things begin to shift. And of course, the final step of this is I release my belief that I'm unworthy. I release my need to withhold. I'm grateful. God is the whatever your quality of God you'd like to choose. So pick a quality of God. I'm going to throw some out to you. Love, joy, abundance, balance, peace. Those are the big ones that come to me today. So I'm grateful. God is the joy I am. And you bring it right here. You don't say joy that I am. You say God is the joy I am, because I am God's joy. So that's a little practice you might want to try on your own. There was a time when I was working on not being mother of the universe. And so I had this belief that, if the temperature was too cold in the room, I made sure, and that we're talking in a big hotel or some crazy place where we're in a big meeting, I would go make sure they could adjust that for me. Or I had to take care of everybody else. Have you ever had mother of the universe syndrome? It's like I felt like their problem was my problem, or I needed to fix them. I'll tell you what, we are so tired of being fixed. Let's quit trying to fix each other, because the truth is, all the wisdom we need is right inside of us. Right inside of us. So back to being mother of the universe. The practice, it suggested that you do 70 times for 7 days. Do it 70 times a day, or do it 7 times a day. Anyway, just keep doing this. So I found myself driving, saying, I release the belief that I need to be mother of the universe. I release the need to fix everything. I'm grateful, and I should have said God is handling it all, but I didn't. I am grateful God is the joy I am, because joy is one of my favorite things. I think when we really awaken to our own joyful self, that no matter what's going on in our lives, there can still be this inner happiness and joy. Don't you agree with me? Yes. Yes. So it's about joy. I have another, well, no, it's not a quote. I have something I want to read you. About joy. Who knows where it is here? I wrote so many notes. I don't really generally look at my notes because it's such a frustrating thing. I'm going to share the next quote from Deepak Chopra. He says, when you are grounded in the knowledge of your true self, when you really understand your true nature, you will never feel guilty, fearful, or insecure about money or affluence or fulfilling your desire. One of the things about just checking what's inside and beginning to release the things that don't work for us is that then we have that ability to open to more possibilities, to see what we really want. So part of the discovery is not just discovering the things to release, the things to get rid of. It's discovering what our heart desires. What do we really, really want? I love the idea that listening is the most powerful thing you can do. Listening to yourself. When I was in ministerial school, I had the joy of watching Carl Jung do a counseling session with a woman named Gloria. I still remember her name because it was such a profound influence on the way I am in the world. So Carl Jung is talking to this woman. I don't even know what her problems were, but she just poured them out, and all this stuff was going on in her life, and she talked, and Carl Jung, the wise counselor, said very, very little. He listened, he'd nod, he'd say, I don't think he even asked one question. He might have said, how did that feel? But as I recall back, it was hardly anything. And she just went on and on and on and on. And here's what got me. At the end of that, she said, oh, Dr. Jung, you've changed my life. Thank you so much. You've solved the problems. It's amazing. So, you see, we know if we just take time to listen within, and the greatest gift we can give anyone else is to really listen to them. I was once part of a program training people to be in small groups and be facilitators, but the state of California had a program called Listening. Let's see, it had to do with mental health, and what did it say? Friends make good medicine is what it's really called. Friends, and they actually did some studies that showed that people who had good friends that listened to them, didn't try to give advice, didn't try to do cheerleading, but friends who just were present with them as they talked, that was as therapeutic as going to see a therapist. Literally, have a friend. Friends can be good medicine. So it's now becoming time for us to be a friend to ourselves and listen to ourselves. See what's inside, because inside there's this splendor of the true self. There's this amazing, magnificent desire to be more than we have been up to this point, even if you're already fabulous, and I know you are. If you're here, you're fabulous. You're just fabulous, right? Yes, you're magnificent. But still yet I know, as Monica said, it's like an upward spiral of unfolding and discovering that glory within. And so our call is to take that time to be still and see, how can I express life more fully? How can I make a difference in my life? And I'll tell you, one of the things that makes a difference, I think, is making a difference in the lives of other people. people right here in this center who come and serve in different ways, it fills you up, doesn't it? It lights you up. Doing something for your neighbor, being in what ways, we could ask ourselves, in what ways am I touching other lives? Because health and well-being is very intricately connected to how connected we are and how we're not disconnected, how we really are connected with others, and most especially with ourselves. In love, in love. Love is the greatest healing force in the planet. Love is hard to define. You know, some languages have 5 different names for love, right? But what I'm talking about is that sense of, I don't know how to describe it. How would you describe it? I want to have a conversation with you afterwards. You can tell me your words. But it's that sense of deeply being connected to something so amazing that I'm almost transformed in who I am. I'm just open to the glory of the oneness of the divine as me. And so I can shine my light. My very presence is a healing presence. You come over and see me and you're going to be healed. I want you to walk out of here today feeling that. Could you do that? Okay, because you are the light in the world. We are lighting up the South Bay area. We are. We're going to bring people here that are so hungry for what we teach, which is discovering the truth of your own spiritual magnificence. I have another quote from Ernest Holmes, believe it or not. He says, "We have discovered that which the great, the good, and the wise have sung about and thought about, the imprisoned splendor within ourselves and within each other." The imprisoned splendor. So the invitation is just not only to take time with yourself, but also now, how can I be in the world? What can I do? How can I lighten my own life? What is it my heart is hungry for? I see the lights on. It must be time to pray. No, actually, I have one thing to share with you. So this is from Christian D. Larson. He says, "Just be glad." He wrote a whole essay on just be glad. But you've probably heard this. This is from Pathway of Roses. So just take this in. Promise yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. Promise yourself to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet. Promise yourself to make all your friends feel that there is something in them. Promise yourself to think only the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best. To just be enthusiastic about the success of others, as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own. Promise yourself to forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future. Promise yourself to wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature you meet a smile. To give so much time to the improvement of others that you have no time to criticize others. Oh, wait, I'm going to read that again. Promise yourself to give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others. Promise yourself to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Promise yourself to think well of yourself and to proclaim this fact to the world, not in loud words, but in great deeds. Promise yourself to live in the faith that the whole world is on your side. And so we just take a moment to breathe that in, to feel our own wholeness, our own spiritual magnificence, to love every part of our being, to release that which needs to be released, embrace the wholeness of our true self, which is glorious. Life is good, and so it is. Amen. And now, our fabulous Andrea Lane.
Thank you, Rip. That was great. Uh-oh, is that me? Okay. Will you be the blessing in this moment? just once. Can you let God shine through you? Whoa, 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 and God is here. Whoa, 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 and God is here. Judgment Day came and went. It was in your own mind. Surprise, surprise. All those that you judged came back on you. And when you sent out love, that came back too. Whoa, 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 and God is here. Whoa, 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 and God is here. Don't look for love in a box of chocolate. Don't look for love on Instagram. Hey. Listen for that voice. It's always there. Always there. Always there. It's always there. Bless every living being. Bless everything. Bless when your loved one passes on. Bless when they're here. Whoa, 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 and God is here. Whoa, 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 and God is here. Even when you're crying, God is here. Even when you're laughing, God is here.
I'm just breathing that in. Wow. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. Guess what time it is? My favorite time. It's giving time, right? So think about the way that this center is changing your life and reaching out and touching other lives. We're doing so many amazing things here. Look at our table out there for all the activities. I want to take a moment to say a big thank you to May Ruth. I don't even know if you're here, May Ruth, but she did such a good job. Oh my gosh. And all of our performers, just over the top. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. How blessed we were. Anybody have a count for last night? I think we had 100 people. Somebody told me probably 80, but we were packed. It felt like a family celebration, and I'm glad you were here. I hope you made it. So let's take a moment to be grateful for this center. And if you have a gift to give today, or if you've given online, just bring your mind to that as we say our offertory blessing. Ready? Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good and I release my gift with love, and so it is.
Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is. God is all there is. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is. God is all there is. God is all there is.
Thank you so much. So, as I call the ministers and practitioners forward, I'm going to just invite us all to do a little benediction by saying, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called joy. Joy is in my mind. Joy is in my heart. Joy is in my body. Joy is in all that I do. And life is great. And so it is. Will you stand and join us in the peace song today? Let there be peace on earth.